All right, Bruzano and Tyler, let's quickly talk about the Nigeria National League. Let's take a look at some of the matches that we played this weekend. We'll talk about the situation, Division 1A, Division 1. We'll look at the situation. Let's see if we can quickly do that for you. That's it on your screen. Let me run through this. FC Samfara will take on EFCC. You have Real Stars of Kaduna. We'll take on Malum Fashi. You have Adamawa United taking on Giordano of Kano. Sokoto United taking on Gombe United. Gombe and Jigawa look good in this one. EFCC and, well, Bimo are out of it, but EFCC in red. But your thoughts quickly before we go to the next one. I don't know if you've been following the National League.
Yes, Gombe, especially they've been in the Premier League before. They've been a stunting giant. Today they are here, neither there, but it's a traditional side.
They look good.
They look good, and I think I see them coming back to the professional football league itself.
All right, let's go to Division A2. That's it on your screen. You have Aklosendi will take on Road Safety. You have Kogi United taking on Kada FC of Kaduna. NAF Rockets will take on FC Taraba. A lot of people are asking why FC Taraba is still, well, the organizers will answer.
They had that nasty event where they protested in front of government's house and so many things.
But they've not been showing up for some games recently.
I wouldn't blame them. That is one of the rare reasons why we need a very good structure whereby the sports can be handled by individuals, not government sponsoring clubs.
And ABS, they're not coming up. That's for sure. The place they are in right now.
Well, it's a very poor one because 2 seasons ago they started like house on fire, and before the end of the season they just quaked. And I think Kaduna United is another side we should look up to too. They've been there before, so top, yeah. So they are going to maximize, and experience-wise they should get better as the league gets to the business end of it. Okay,
let's go to the southern region. We go to Division B1. Let's quickly run through this. What we have there. Fixtures, we have Julius Atete will take on Spartans, Aqua Starlets will take on Gateway, Bielsa United will take on 3ST, Warri Wolves will take on Bendel Insurance. I must quickly say that 3ST and Bendel Insurance do have a good chance of progression.
Yes, and even this group is very, very fierce because you have 3ST, you have Bendel Insurance, and then you have Bielsa United. These are crack side over the years, and Bendel United, sleeping giants, they're coming back to, and 3ST, neither here nor there. For the past seasons, they will be in the Premier Division, go back to relegation. But it's a traditional side. Anytime, any day at the Masimba Stadium, you are guaranteed of massive crowd to watch them.
All right. Okay, so the last division, Division B2, let's run through this quickly. Osun United taking on Delta Stars. Delta Force taking on Stationary Stars. Remo Stars looking really good, taking on Dynamite Force. Calabar Rovers taking on Ikorodu United. Crown ST taking on Newi United of Anambra. Your thoughts quickly before we leave.
My pick of the pie is Calabar and Ikorodu United.
Okay.
Because Ikorodu United is well funded, but structurally they've not been there, and they've been changing coaches here. So I think there's a bit of stability. Now let's see how it pans out for them at the end of the season. Okay,
so that'll be all for the Nigerian National League. Let's move on and take a look at the ITO Cup. Tayo and Bruzano, a lot of interesting things happening. One game played yesterday. Nasarawa United are through to the semi-final. Let's give you a confirmation of that result. And there you have it. It was a very, very close game. But at the end of the day, Nasarawa United joining the other teams that have qualified for the semi-final. Joining Rangers and the other team. But your thoughts on this one, Kabir Dogo side, doing what they had to do?
No, it's a good one for the miners, and also Kanemi, they struggled, they fought hard, but they couldn't get through. And this is the most prestigious cup competition in the land, the oldest also. It's a reminiscence of what you have in England, where you have the FA Cup. And it's why I like this competition is the fact that it's no respecter of teams. Any team can just come and decimate the other one. So it's a good one for them. If they get to the final, they could win the trophy and be on the continent.
All right. We're about to go on a break, but a quick one. Eyimba and Canopilas Sunday, your thoughts?
I'll give it to Canopilas.
Straight?
Yes.
Without blinking?
Because Eyimba right now, they are in a psychological nightmare over the CAF confederation issue, so and their confidence is low. And Canopilas, they are like wounded lions, and they want to prey on their victims.
How about the fact that Eyimba know that doing well here means that they will get back into the CAF competition?
That is if they're in the right psychological frame of mind. And football also, there's a lot of emotional capital that have been invested in the game against Raja Casablanca. Are they going to recover from the loss? But Kano Pillars have been ready and they've been preparing, and Junior Lokosa is rearing to go to prove to people that it's not a season fluke.
Ben Alaya has just joined us now. It's going to make the discussion very interesting. But first, let me welcome you, Ben. It's good to have you join us today.
Always a delight to be here.
All right. Before we go to Eyimba, because that was what we were talking about before we came back on, but your thoughts quickly on some of the matches where they played in the ITO Cup.
Fantastic games, and I like the semi-final pairings. Rangers. Rangers have won it, I think, 5 times, and I think they are taking on Nasarawa United. It's going to be a tight one, and I think
they're taking on the winner of Eyimba.
Yes, I think that now that Eyimba is almost halfway out of
you have to go there.
They will take it seriously.
Yes, the CAF league. I think they will take it too seriously, and so let's watch what will happen. I think that I will tip Eyimba.
So Eyimba to beat Pillars.
Eyimba to beat Pillars.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so, because it's on a neutral ground. If it were to be at the Sani Abacha Stadium in Kano, I'll give it to Pillars without thinking twice.
Who will be more at home in Gombe?
It doesn't matter. There are Igbos there who will come out en mass to support the People's Elephant. And so it's going to be a 50-50 chance. Okay. But I think that now Eyimba have their back to the wall, and they will want to do everything.
They want to get back on the continent
as well. Absolutely.
Interesting. Now that you've mentioned it.
Yeah, let's go there.
Let's go there. What you're saying now is Eyimba have no chance whatsoever to overcome that 1-0 deficit against Raja Casablanca. That's what you're trying to say.
No, that's not. That is what I'm trying to say, but that's not what I'm saying exactly. Because
they don't have a chance in the second.
If you talk to Felix Anyasiago, the chairman of the club, and of course the coach, they tell you they are still very hopeful. And if people like that are thinking that they are hopeful, they transfer or transform this hopefulness or this optimism into the players, and I think that there's still some hope. But they should go there. The chances they missed in Aba were too many. You missed the penalty, missed several scoring chances, and then at a point you lost.
Those kind of chances.
And then at a point you lost concentration. And these boys, the North Africans, the way they play. I recall when we played against, I think it was Royal Armed Forces in the semi-final of then Champions Cup. Dosu Joseph was in goal at the National Stadium. The stadium was jam-packed. And Julius Berger was pressing and pressing and pressing and pressing and pressing and couldn't score. Just one chance that they had, he just put the ball away. And Dosu dived all with his height and strength and hand. He couldn't touch the ball. And that was it. When we went for the return leg, it was another 1-0. And we're out. We were hoping that Julius Berger, then loaded with top quality players, should have done it. But it didn't happen. This is what has happened again in Aba. And I think that it's about time our coaches start learning. Maybe at times bring in psychologists to psych up these players.
Let me quickly come to you. Ben is saying it's doable. It's difficult, but it's doable. There's some people who say, look, if you put all your energy into that second leg against Raja, what's going to be left in the tank for the ITO Cup? So what's the realistic approach? Is it just do what you can against Raja and full force for the ITO Cup? What would be the approach in your own estimation?
The truth basically is that they should just go there with expectation, but not a very big expectation, because they can't come out of that venue without conceding up to 3 goals. And so let them just minimize the energy they dissipate.
Okay.
Whichever way we look at it. And also, tactically, I think our coaches have been very poor. In a game of that magnitude and your players missing chances, begging chances, what do? Do you now tell them, all of them, go forward, make more forays? Some have to be, at times you have to be calm. Tell them to be calm. Maintain that balance and stability. Then when it matters, you can put them through a lot of pressure and they'll concede. Because the way it is, North Africans are very good tactically. Even the Moroccan Botola League is at par with some of the European leagues, and they are very good about it. The fans are going to make it difficult for Eyimba players to even hear each other, listen to each other, because they're going to support them from the beginning, singing songs. They might even be playing CDs for them to hear on the public address system.